Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special one-shot of Avatar Legends. My name is ELH the Game Master, and joining me is some of the old Iron Lions crew that you have maybe seen in some of the other one-shots and games on my channel. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you,
Hello,
Case, for taking it
everyone.
narratively.
Wow. It's been so long.
It has been, yeah. We were talking before the stream, and apparently it's been over a year since I've last streamed, and even longer for other people in this group. So I'm really excited to get back to the table and roll some dice and tell some stories with these people. But let's have everybody introduce themselves for people who might not know who's on screen right now. So we're going to go right to left, and that means we're going to start with Yuma. Yuma, if you could give us a quick introduction, shout out anything you want, and then tell us who you're playing.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Yuma Yamano. I'm the leader of the Iron Lions VTuber. Nice to meet you. And wait, do you want me to? You should tell us about your plan. Is that what you said?
About your character, yeah.
About my character. Okay, I will be playing the role of an earthbender named Maki, who is currently previously the leader of a gang of kind of mercenaries, but she's taking a bit of a break, and she's often on these adventures on her own.
All right, thank you. Notori, what do you got going on?
Hi, my name is Nitori, Spirit VTuber. I've often stream with Yuma, and today I'll be playing Kira, the waterbender, and she is the victim of. I was thinking she's a victim of a fire what do they call it? Fire Nation. Fire Nation raid a long time ago, and since she lost her home, she kind of just wanders around trying to do good and to make up for the harm that's been done to her. She tries to push away feelings of vengeance, but sometimes it comes up. But she tries to do good instead of harm. So that's what I'm going to be doing today.
Nice. Case, what do you got going on?
Hi, I'm Case. I do things occasionally, like stream on occasion, but today I'll be taking the role of our earthbender hammer named Kanyen. And I am on a board against every single turtle bear we ever encounter for daring to attack our farm and eat our crops. That's all I got.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, and last but not least, Choco, what do you got going on?
Hello, I'm Choco Jax. I'm an artist. I stream a lot of art and random stuff. Today I am playing a firebender named Uzuma, and yeah, she's just been chilling. She's done things. I don't know. That's about it.
Don't forget your pet.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I have she has a bird, a eagle hawk named Job.
No.
Very nice. All right. So a few things before I start the opening monologue is this group's first experience with Avatar Legends. So I've somewhat simplified a little bit of the mechanics. So if you are a hardcore rules fanatic, you're like, ELH, what are you doing? You made the learn to play video. How dare you do it this way? Chill. I'm doing it because they're all new. I want them to
You made a learn to play video? Awesome.
Yeah. I not to toot my horn here, but I made a whole playlist of all the playbooks and how to play and all that.
Oh, damn.
I'll probably link that in the description in case you've missed that somehow. But the good news is that I'm here to teach. I'm here to make sure everybody has a good time. And hopefully you come out of this a little bit more happy than when you came in. That's kind of my main goal
Aww, yay.
here. But yeah, let us get started. So it has been 4 to 5 years after the bring down of Fire Lord Zozan and the end of the Avatar The Last Airbender show. So we are technically in what is known as the Aang era, or that period between Airbender and Korra. Now, it doesn't matter too much for all you because I don't see Aang showing up, but at the moment Aang is kind of traveling the world, bringing balance, dealing with the post-war stuff. But what matters to you all is that all of you have found yourself in Chizang Village. Now, Chizang Village is on the western side of the Earth Kingdom, and it's one of those port cities or those little port towns that's kind of starting to blow up in terms of popularity because the world is becoming much smaller, with the advent of new ships, new sailing technologies, things of that nature. Cities with ports, ways to get goods from one island nation to another island nation. It kind of becomes a big thing. But the good news is that Chizang Village is still relatively small, maybe has about 40 to 50 people living in it, including yourselves. And this is important because all of you have the opportunity to go through a coming-of-age ceremony. And each of you has been asked to report to Elder Amosa. And you would know that Elder Amosa is both the eldest and the seer of Chizang Village. And you don't know necessarily what this coming-of-age ceremony entails, only that it is something that is seen as not a requirement per se, but one of those defining moments in a person's life before they leave the village. So what I thought I'd do before I started, talking in old elder voice is I wanted to give the four of you an opportunity to roleplay against each other, maybe feel the character out, that sort of thing. And then when all of you feel like you're ready to meet the elder, I can start throwing plot at you. To sort of set the scene further, we'll say for the moment, all of you are kind of hanging out by the docks. The docks are made out of that classical wood. There's a lot of junks and other sort of Asiatic sailing ships coming in. The wind is coming. It's a nice sea breeze. Not too strong, not too light, just right in terms of air pressure. You can hear the sound of seagulls in the air. Or I guess they're not seagulls in the Avatar universe. They're more like seagull lions or something like that. But in general, you're just kind of watching people go to and fro. Nobody's really paying any of you too much mind, though Uzuma, a few people are looking at your Eagle Hawk just very curiously. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to give you guys a few moments to roleplay before I started throwing plot at you.
Anyone want to go first?
Just a quick clarifying question.
Yes.
So we have all lived in this village because we're familiar with this coming of age ceremony.
Correct.
Okay, so we've all lived here together and we're kind of know each other.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Sure, I guess I'll so Maki, I will kind of walk up. This is by the sea, right? So I'm gonna walk up towards the kind of where you can get a good view of the ocean and earth, stop my foot to put up this little place for me to put my leg up on. And then I'm gonna put my leg up on it and kind of look out over the ocean while leaning on my leg and be like, what a great day for a test of will. That's all I got. What a great day. And don't you agree, person near me?
Okay, Kira's there. She's rubbing the sleep from her eyes, just yawning. It must be so loud. Oh my god, it's so early. It's almost 12.
Of course I have to be loud. Today's the coming of age trial. Obviously we're going to become real adults after this. So you gotta wake up, and I'm gonna kind of clap in front of her, trying to wake her up.
Okay.
Rise and shine. Come on. Get your energy up. We can get some caffeine in you.
I'm just standing nearby and I just start joining in the clapping too.
Yes.
Wake yourself. We must
Why
protect.
do I hear?
Yeah.
Where did you grow so many hands?
Wait, clarifying question. This is for us. We're participating in the coming of age kind of ceremony.
Yeah, this is all for you.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey.
Afternoon.
I guess have we seen this eagle hawk before? I guess like do we
Probably,
all
right?
know each other? Yeah, it's like like how's the sky today, Job?
Job just like looks at you and then makes a little hawk noise. Yeah, she says it's pretty good. I don't know. Nice skies, good day. Nothing bad will happen today, I'm pretty sure.
I'm for sure. Yeah.
Skies clear, calm sea, bright morning. Today is only the best of day to progress into the future and achieve our convictions. I say, like, making a big pose. Like, hands on my hips, staring to the sky, like,
Yeah.
the sun isn't bright, I'm gonna look back down. Ow.
I guess where is your eagle hawk right now? Maybe I can like mold a like little perch out of the earth that I like pulled out of the ground. Like I stomp a little bit more and like tap my feet and it makes a little perch so that they can land.
Okay, she's just right there, so she'll like fly down and chill. How big is the eagle hawk?
However big you want it to be, really.
Okay, maybe like a little bit less than half of a human.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is that big? Is that too big for a bird?
I think
the
that's
size of a leg.
But go for it.
Okay, yeah.
Just have a giant bird.
Yeah, giant bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna rummage through my pockets to see if I have any treats because I want the animal to like me. So
She already likes you, probably.
Okay.
Because we all have history with each other.
Yeah. Long and long and storied history.
I will do the same and like into my bag, pull out like 4 giant cabbages from my home farm and hand them to each of them and the bird.
Thank
sweet.
you.
Oh,
Thank you,
wow.
Khan.
It's Khan's world famous
World
homegrown
famous.
cabbages.
Cheesang
way.
Village brand cabbages.
Just devours the whole thing, just like right there.
Dang.
Like, all right, I'm awake now. I am empowered.
Great. Maki will be just like peeling off a leaf and like eating them kind of like potato chips.
Ooh, I'll roast it. I'll roast it with my fire.
Ooh.
Ooh, oh, smart. Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Cabbage is known for making your heart stronger and helping you. I'm discreetly googling what cabbage is good for. It makes your bones strong. It helps you see better or something. I think.
Oh,
Agree with all
okay.
that.
Well,
Vitamin C
then,
is the one that helps your eyesight, right?
My bones feel stronger already.
I'm sure they have caffeine as well.
I'm sure we can find caffeinated
Caffeine?
cabbages somewhere.
Caffeine cabbages?
That's actually what
Caffeinated
Shizong is known for, is caffeinated cabbages. It's a new thing.
Export.
New technology.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
who
man.
needs coffee when you have caffeinated cabbages? Oh, thanks for the gift sub.
Yeah. Oh, hey, yeah, thank you for the gift subs. So at this point, the docks are still a little bit busy, or at least busier than they usually are. In terms of where the elder is, she is located in the center of town. You really can't miss her little abode. It is both a seat of governance for the village, but also the religious shrine for the village. And in terms of religion, it's just kind of like spirit worship, the standard sort of avatar fare where they worship the surrounding spirits and harmony with them. But you all can go there at your own pace. If you want to hang out here and roleplay on the docks, you're more than welcome. But whenever you're ready, just let me know you're headed over.
Should we start walking towards the? We don't want to be late, so let's go start heading
Yeah.
over towards the.
Yeah. What
I don't
is
even know
the
what time it
regular
starts.
method of telling time? I'm gonna look up at the sky and try to estimate what time it is.
Oh, look up directly at the sky.
The sun is a deadly laser.
I'm gonna squint harder and try to figure out what time it is. I guess world question. How do people normally tell what time it is?
I think it's a sundial thing, if I remember the lore
sundial
correctly.
thing? Okay, I'm going to look toward the dock sundial and see. Oh wow, it's almost time for us to
You could
head
just
over
make
to
one.
Elder. Yeah, the
Just make a time dial.
the town sundial of the docks. Yeah, wow. We should probably head over because we don't want to be late. They might not make us adults.
That's true.
I don't know if I want to be an adult.
Don't
But
you want
okay.
all the responsibility and all the extra the money that you can make?
Oh, money! Oh,
being
money
an
now.
adult.
Think of the money you can make and the taxes you can pay to the Earth Queen.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, now you say that, I'm so excited. Let's go.
I buy so many comics with all the money that I'll make as an adult.
Yeah. Well, all the money that you make it as an adult.
You're right. Anyways,
All
I
right.
start jogging over and waving to everyone to catch up.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
I'm
walk
gonna
with
follow
my
after
bird.
her. Mhm.
I will follow too.
Right. So as you approach the shrine/seat of governance for the village, you see that Elder Amosa is standing out front, leaning on her cane, and I use the word standing very liberally here. If she didn't have that cane, she would be bowled over and curled up in a ball. That is how hunched over she is. She is definitely old, if the hunchback wasn't enough of an indicator. Her wrinkles have wrinkles. But when she looks at you, her eyes actually widen with youthful spirit as she says, "Oh, it's Kanyen Maki Kirin Uzuma. You're right on time. Come in.
All right.
Hello, Elder.
Hello, Elder. Mama Fossil sends her regards and a cabbage. I present her with the cabbage as well.
I always look forward to your visits. It's when I get my daily cabbage intake."
Caffeine, apparently.
These ones are caffeinated.
I'm going to like bow a little bit and kind of like change my demeanor from like the kind of like excited person to a more solemn kind of stoic face, and just kind of like stand very respectfully over to the side. Elder, good to see you again.
Good to see you as well, Maki. Well, I don't want to keep you all from your special day. I will be blunt with you. Last night I had a vision, and this vision told me that as part of your coming-of-age ceremony here, where we usually send people out to acquire a relic or commune with the spirits, I believe you can do both things by going to the island of Lanta. Lanta, L-A-N-T-A, if it matters to you. There you will find an abandoned Sun Warrior's temple that apparently has a very valuable relic guarded by a very powerful spirit. And if you are able to acquire this relic and bring it back, we will consider you adults, and we will throw you a grand party.
Party? I love parties.
Oh man.
Fantastic. I love our festivals.
Oh, don't
I
you worry.
will.
The festival will be one to remember. And she kind of shoots a glare over at one of her assistants, and one of the assistants like scrambles with her paper and goes, Right, yeah, that's right. We were supposed to set up a festival. I knew there was something I was forgetting. I'm on it, Elder. Sorry. Anyway,
I nod.
Yeah. Like,
Was-
okay,
What was
so
I saying before I was berating my staff? Oh, yes. I was telling you about the island of Lanta. Well, I've arranged for you to take one of our sailing ships over to the island, but I can't really tell you anything else. Like I said, it's a Sun Warrior's temple, the very, very old Firebender temple. I don't think there's any Sun Warriors living there anymore, but you might find traps and other sorts of old-time ways of security.
Yeah, sounds easy.
did you
Are we
make
looking for
sure
anything
this-
in particular?
All I know is that apparently there will be a great white cat.
A cat.
Oh.
Great white cat. Okay.
Cool.
You look
Sounds-
for the
good.
cat, and they will tell us where this relic is that we bring back to here. Basically.
Like
The cat will tell us where the
Like-
where we.
like a catagator?
No,
Or
I
like a
mean
kitten
like
moth.
a legitimate cat, which tells me that it must be a spirit of some kind, because there is no such thing as a normal cat.
What is there like cats? Cat. I've never heard of a cat before.
I think there are
But-
cats.
I think
Okay.
we'll look for cats.
Okay.
Very good.
We'll,
Very good.
we will look for this cat.
Does anyone have any questions before I send you on your way?
What do we do with the cat thing?
Well, the vision wasn't
Okay.
exactly very clear. I sort of saw you talking to this great white cat thing, and then you were walking away with the relic in hand. I can tell you that the relic was something like a scroll case. It was very long and cylindrical.
Huh. Okay. I guess what are we expecting? You said that we're expecting traps and things like that. Do you recommend any gear that we should bring with us in preparation for those traps, or is this something that a part of the test that we should figure out for ourselves?
I think you've realized what needs to happen and what the answer is on your own. And she gives you a wink.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Nodding again stoically.
I wink
So we-
back.
So we won't like die, right? This isn't that
Yeah.
dangerous, is it?
There's no
Well,
way.
the good news is that the last time someone failed their trial was very long ago. And she
That's
just lets that
easy.
hang.
What, like a year ago or 2 years ago? Like
How old are you all again? She kind of squints her eyes. Oh, I'm sure they're older than you by now.
I like our chance.
So they're alive. Okay.
They're alive.
Got it.
Okay. Okay.
Got it. All right. Well, unless anyone else has any questions, I suppose we can head
Yeah,
over.
I'm cool with going. I've got no more questions.
I'm still just
Wait,
confused about the cat.
Oh, we have to go to Lanta. We have to go to this abandoned Sun Warrior temple, and get the relic. Talk to a cat, and then we had a
Yes.
party.
Oh,
Um,
was the cat in the temple with the relic we're getting? Was that separate as like the spirit was supposed to meet? At like a
Oh.
separate area?
Good question.
I believe they're one and the same, but again, my visions lately haven't been very clear.
Mm.
Have you
That's
tried to see a
okay.
doctor about that?
I
And
have
how
seen
do
a healer,
we-
yes.
How do we get to Lanta? Like, is it over water, over land?
Oh, there's a
Through-
boat waiting for you at the dock.
Great.
Now, of course, you're
And-
going to have to crew the boat yourselves. I hope at least one of you
Oh.
remember your lessons in sailing.
Luckily, we have a waterbender with us.
Oh yeah.
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 I totally know how to
Right.
push a
You know
Giant-
water.
whole
Giant water
with
boat.
my
Yeah,
water
yeah,
bending.
yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna be absolutely useless
Me
on
too.
on the water.
At least
okay.
it's fluid. You're gonna love it.
Next question. How long do you think it'll take to get to the Sun Warrior Temple? Do you think that it's like days? Should we bring camping stuff, or is
Oh,
it?
no, it's not that far away. You'll just be
Oh,
back
okay.
probably by the evening. We'll have the entire village set up with all sorts of festive streamers and food layouts, and
Oh,
it'll
great.
be wonderful.
I'm
Amazing.
so excited
The longer
for
we
tonight.
take, the better the festival will be.
Is
yes.
that true?
Is that how it works?
I don't know.
I guess so.
Late for our own party.
The longer we take, the longer they have to actually set up. So
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough.
Cool. All right.
I think we're
head.
good.
I think we're good. Thank you,
I'm
Elder.
Thank you, Elder.
Thank you,
Forgot your
Elder.
name.
You're quite
Thank you.
welcome. And
Bow
You
and
know-
give her a hearty pat on the back.
There you go. There you go. She takes a bite of her cabbage like it's an apple, because that's how they do things in Chizong Village, apparently.
Caffeinated cabbages.
But yeah, you all head to the docks, and sure enough, there's a dock worker there, and he sees you all approaching, and he hails you and goes, "Hey, nice to see you all. This boat's yours?" He kind of points to what looks like a dinghy, but it's like a one-mast dinghy that'll barely fit the four of you. We couldn't really spare anything else, because, you know, the whole shipping thing's coming in and out. Plus, we got your whole festival thing to prepare for, but, I mean, you're just hopping over to that island over there. And he points in the distance across the water, and it's kind of like the Caribbean, where if you squint and look in a direction long enough, you can see an island. So it's not that far away.
All right.
Okay.
At least we can see it. Yeah.
And you're sure this thing's safe? I'm like going to inspect the boat from where I'm from the dock, just to see, like, is there any holes in it? Are there, as somebody who does not like to be off of land, I'm a little bit concerned about the water.
I'm a little scared of the
here.
water too.
I'm gonna
But
start prodding the boat with my foot too.
I trust Kira.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. If there's
uh,
any holes in there, I'll just push them out with my water bending.
Is that how it works?
You can totally trust your lives in my hands. And there, I'm like
Okay.
on the side, just like practicing and like
Pushing
trying to
out
remember. how to-
It is not that I don't trust you, Kira. It's that the Yen family was never meant to traverse water.
Hmm.
None of our clan have willingly stepped
yeah.
in water for a long time.
I don't usually go swimming. Swimming is an act of survival for me, so not recreation. So, we're gonna be relying on you here to help
We have
us
life
out.
jackets. Maybe we should get some life jackets.
Good idea, sir. Looking to the boat, the dock worker. Would you happen to have any flotation devices for us? Anything that could keep us afloat in case we fall off the boat?
I mean, yeah, hold on one second. He actually goes to one of those lock boxes at the end of the pier, and he kicks it open, and he comes back with a coconut vest, which is basically a ring of coconuts that have been strung together like a belt, and he hands it to you and goes, "That'll help you float, as long as you don't get water in the coconuts."
Oh,
Perfect.
Wow.
These work. Sure, I'll trust. And I'll grab one. In an emergency, can we eat these? Like, are these like real coconuts?
Wait, edible?
Yeah, they're legit coconuts. So.
Okay, great,
Great.
awesome.
Cool.
It's just now we have flotation devices and potentially emergency rations. Great.
It is a flotation device or food, not both.
Cool. And do we have weapons or anything like that? I guess we have our bending. Our bending is our weapons, right? That's we don't.
Well, it's up to you.
actually
If you
have-
want to have like a short sword or a dagger or like a long sword, you just tell me you have it and you have it.
Actually, I'm trying to remember. It's because it's been a hot minute since I've seen the show. Don't firebenders need a source of fire to draw from? Or
Nope. Firebenders are one of the few that can actually just create fire from nothing.
Huh.
Yay.
And it just happened.
Oh, fire and air, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For me,
In that case, I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I imagine that Kira is carrying like a what do you call it? Like a canteen that can store water, but also
Like a gourd.
A flask.
yeah, like a flask.
Cool.
But yeah, that has a source of water in it, so she could use it. Just basically pull it out whenever she needs to.
Just
Okay,
like
I'm just gonna have like 2 patches of sand. Pocket sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab a rock off the ground and carry that in my hand.
I'm just making notes of all this. Okay. Choco, is Uzuma taking anything special?
Nah, I just got my bending and my bird.
All right. I
Nice.
like it. I like
Love
it.
it.
And
All right. Well,
coconuts.
Yeah,
with all your
coconut.
implements in hand and with all of you hopping onto the boat, the good news is that you aren't like super low in the water. Like it actually looks like the boat will hold your weight just fine. You begin pushing away from the dock and heading towards the island of Lanta. Now, you get about maybe 20, 30 minutes out, and Kira, you're doing your water bending thing to help guide the boat along while somebody manages the sails to give you that little extra oomph. But what I need to know is who would have the highest focus here.
Focus.
Ooh, that's not
But
me.
That is
I
not
have
me.
0 focus.
I have negative focus. I'm
maybe I
actually
have
removing
1.
focus from the universe.
You have 1. That's good.
Oh,
Does-
good, yeah. Do the one.
Does no one else? No one else has 1.
I have 0 focus.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Uzuma, you're going to notice this first then, since you have the highest focus, is that
Okay.
there are ripples in the wake of the boat that are getting larger and larger and larger at an alarming rate.
It kind of seems like stormy over here. Like the water. Guys, the water's getting worse.
In
Uh,
front or behind us?
Behind.
behind?
okay.
Oh, behind us?
And
behind
Sylvia just
us.
looked up to the sky. I don't see a cloud, I don't think.
Nope, no
yeah, but
clouds.
it's
Nope.
look, it's so weird.
Kira, are you like pushing a little too hard? What's going on here?
I've been pushing the same way that I've been for the past 30 minutes. I mean, maybe there's some variation in my bending, but you try bending for 30 minutes straight.
Did we catch like a wind in the sail that's like making us go faster? Or
Even then, it wouldn't
Maybe.
account for the ripples you're seeing.
Do I feel anything like different while I'm bending? Is the water reacting differently to me?
I'm gonna hold on to the little sail in the middle.
I would say
and
that the
clutch
water.
the coconuts closer.
I would say that the water is about the same resistance you expect, but as you are pushing and pulling, you do feel that there are objects behind those ripples that are approaching the boat.
Something is getting closer?
Closer. What is it? I'm going to like kind of lean over to see, but not get too far away from the center of the boat.
All right, this is where we're going to do our first actual roll. Very exciting.
Ooh.
So Maki, if you could give me an assess the situation or roll with creativity. And the way this works in Avatar Legends is that you're rolling 2d6 and adding any modifiers on top of that. And the good news is that our sheets here in Foundry do a lot of the work for us.
Okay, so I just click on creativity.
Yep, click on creativity and hit roll and we'll see what happens.
You said 0 bonuses and penalties? Just
Correct.
Okay, great.
All right, a hit, which means you get to ask one question from the handout you see on your screen here. I'll read them out just so that people at home can see it as well. What here can I use to blank? Who or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way in, out, or through? Who or what is in the greatest danger? And you can pick any of those questions, and I have to answer truthfully on these.
Oh, interesting. Who or what is the biggest threat?
All right. So you're looking at, you're leaning over the side of the boat, you're looking at the ripples approaching the boat, and you realize that this is, if you'll permit me, one of your worst fears as an earthbender. This is a tiger shark. And I don't mean like a real world tiger shark. I mean literally a tiger fused with a shark to be a tiger shark.
Oh, no.
And there's 3 of them that are approaching the boat at a rapid speed.
No. Okay.
That was not
I see this.
Yeah.
Wait, do we all see this? This is like what the truth is, and we're all like seeing it, or is it something
This is
that
what you specifically notice, but you can certainly communicate that to everybody else.
Those look like tiger sharks to me. Are those tiger sharks, guys? We need to go faster. Kira, go faster.
Yeah, I don't know if we can. Can we fight them? They're still under like the surface, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. I attempt to bend faster.
All right. Kira, if you could give me a focus as I rely on your skills and training, please.
No, my -1 focus.
-1 focus. You can do it.
All right, a miss. So
No.
No.
The good news about Avatar Legends is that even on a miss, you still get something. It's just basically a complication, but it's a good complication. Okay. So, Kira, as you are frantically trying to push the boat faster and faster, since you've been bending for a while, I'm going to say that you're going to mark 1 fatigue on your sheet. And fatigue is kind of like a health bar, but I'll go into it if we get to that point. It doesn't give you an inherent negative effect right away. Just go ahead and mark 1 fatigue. But as you are bending faster and faster, eventually in the narrative, you kind of push a little too hard with your right arm, and it's like a momentary sprain where you kind of go, ow, and you stop bending, and that's enough for the tiger sharks to catch up and begin circling the boat.
All right.
Is there any bits of them that are above the water? Like, can we see like a fin or something?
Yes, at this point, since the boat has come to a stop, their fins are kind of piercing up over the water. And since they're tiger sharks, I imagine it's some kind of orange furred fin?
Fur in the water, how absurd. Anyway,
Sorry, guys. Might have to
It's okay.
do something about these tiger sharks.
Okay.
Okay, we got this. We'll protect the boat, and we'll make it all there safely. And with kind of shaking legs, I'm going to stand up from my position in well, I guess we're in a small rowboat kind of thing, so I'm not gonna stand up fully, but I'm going to crouch and try to grab the pouches of sand, one of the pouches of sand from my side, and just kind of wrap it around my hand like a boxing glove and just harden it so that I just get ready to punch something real hard.
Okay, so I just want to be very clear here. You're getting ready to punch the shark.
I'm getting ready to punch a shark.
Okay, I just want to make sure we were all on the same page.
My plan is I'm going to punch a shark if it gets too close to me.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what Maki's doing. Kanyen, what are you doing?
Okay. I've got that rock that I brought on with us. I'm going to break it apart just with my strength alone, then use just so I have 2 to throw with earthbending at 8, whichever shark is nearest. Or I go throw 1, then have another prepared after that first one. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Uzuma, what are you doing?
So Job's probably been flying above us this whole time, so I'm gonna whistle in a way where it's hey, get ready to fight. There's sharks in the water, but I convey that through the whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just I'm prepared to I don't know if the shark jumps out, tiger shark thing jumps out. I'm gonna try to prepare if it moves, then I'll try to shoot fire at it.
Oh, okay.
Very
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing I'm wrapping my hand. I'm going to the sand. I'd like to kind of hone it into a point, so that it's more like I guess a dagger. Not a dagger, but it's pointy punching.
Pointy punching.
Like Wolverine, or
I was thinking more like a drill arm kind of thing, but just the pointy part. But it's not spinning. But it could be spinning, I guess.
Could be, yeah. I like it. And last but not least, Kira, what are you doing?
So I imagine I'm on the rear part of the boat because I was pushing it forward. She shakes off the sort of sprain in her arms, opens the flask to sort of get ready to bend with it, and then actually no, I take that back. I don't need the flask because we're literally surrounded by water. So, I just assume a ready position, I guess, I'll bend a little bit of water so it's kind of hanging around me so that I can react to whatever comes out first.
Okay. All right. Now, I know I said that the Game Master never rolls dice, but all I'm going to do here is roll a 1d4 to see if and when a tiger shark attacks someone. We're going to go on down the line here, as you see on screen. So, Choco, you and Uzuma are going to be number 1, and Yuma and Maki, you are number 4 in the line. All right. So, diplomatically, who is getting tiger sharked? Well, it looks like Uzuma, you are our lucky winner today. So Uzuma,
Hooray.
the tiger shark fin dips below the water, and then moments later it comes launching out of the water, jaw first at you. And it's a tiger shark, so instead of like the pointy nose you're expecting on a shark, it's like quite literally like a saber-toothed tiger with tusks kind of a thing that is leaping out at you, but it's on a fish body if you follow the analogy here.
I'm looking it up. Oh, I see it. Okay,
That is
okay.
arguably scarier than an actual shark.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you wish to firebend it is the question here.
It's like it's like in the air right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't want to set the boat on fire because it's made out of wood. Yeah, I'll try to. I'll shoot some fire at it. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
go ahead, and we're going to do another rely on your skills and training here, and that's with focus.
So I just click on focus, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
All right. A miss.
Well,
So here's what's going to happen is you go to firebend a blast at the tiger shark as it flies through the air. And the tiger shark either, somehow the trajectory of it is different from the trajectory of your fire, or maybe a little bit of a dip or bob in the waves caused you to be slightly off mark, but your blast of fire passes right by the tiger shark, and the tiger shark is going to slam into you. Now, when it comes to, again, health tracks, this is a good teaching moment. Every single character in Avatar Legends, even NPCs, you have basically 3 health tracks you got to worry about. You've got fatigue, you've got conditions, and you've got balance. So, real quick, balance is one of those things where every character has 2 things they're between. So, for example, Uzuma, your character is between loyalty and confidence, meaning that you either are very loyal to someone or something, or you're very confident in that what you're doing is your own thing, kind of a thing. So balance really doesn't apply here, but there's a quick explanation. Conditions are something that your character is... It's a negative status effect that applies to rolls you make. And you can clear these conditions by doing various things. It's actually listed under each condition on your sheet. And then you have fatigue, which is more like a traditional health bar. But even if you fill up your fatigue track, you're not knocked out of the fight or knocked out of the scene. There's a whole lot of conditions that got to happen before you're taken out. But relevant to you, you can either mark 2 fatigue, or you can mark one of the conditions that are listed on your sheet. And I'm going to leave that determination to you, but I'm happy to explain further if you have a question.
I will take the fatigue.
Okay. So again, the tiger shark slams into you, and luckily you're able to catch yourself and do a bend back so that the tiger shark continues forward over the other side of the boat and back into the water. But you are kind of a little bit scratched up and a little bit worse for the wear.
Man.
Okay.
But yeah, at this point...
The tiger shark jumped over the boat?
Yes.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes. See, that's how it works in Avatar Legends. Instead of you jumping the shark jumps you.
I was just about to say that.
In Avatar Legends. Shark jump you.
But the good news is that we're not technically in combat, because if we were in combat, we'd be doing this whole initiative order and all that. So it's pretty much who would like to act at this point.
I'm thinking. Well, did anybody else have an idea?
Well, I was gonna say that maybe we could. Well, maybe we should focus on progressing toward the island still, and just try to outpace them as opposed to fight them and stop. So maybe we go forward and I was actually just gonna try and to skewer them if we were going to keep fighting, but I think that trying to run away and get closer to land might be a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the idea. So I assume
Evading.
you convey that information to me.
Yeah. Okay. I will turn this sand instead of into a point, into like a shield sort of thing. Oh, sure. I'm gonna like kind of move the sand so that it's more like a dome, and I'm gonna face Uzuma and be like, okay, try to heat this up without hurting me, but we can make it harder if you turn it into glass.
You want me to turn that into glass?
I want you to turn this into glass. Do you think you can do it?
I might have tried in the past before. I can try again.
Okay. I'm gonna like try to make like a tempered glass shield so that we can.
Wait, should it be
kind
glass?
of deflect them. Should it be glass? Or I don't know how to make hard
We
things.
just watched Elemental.
We did watch Elemental. I loved Elemental. It's very good.
Since I'm also an earthbender, can I help like make sure like if the fire doesn't
Reinforce.
like help keep the sand in shape in case something goes wrong or something? With
We just
making
want to
the fire?
create like a raiding shield against the shark, so that Kira can swim us away. We just want to make a shield.
Can't you just make the shield out of the sand?
Out of
Because
the
I feel
sand?
like glass is like,
Okay.
it'll shatter, right?
Okay, it'll probably just be like a really sandy, like
I don't
easy
know.
to break apart. Okay, sure, it'll shatter. You're right. You're totally right. Okay, I'll just keep the sand as sand then. Don't heat it up. We'll just try to use the combination of rocks and sand to like create a wall to stop the sharks from.
Or
getting
if
to us.
while Kira's like going to get us away, you can keep up the wall, and if any of them actually try to like jump at us out of the water, I can hit them out with one of the rocks.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, I will create a wall of sand.
All right. So the good news is that this is another teachable moment where we can talk about assisting other people. So
Oh, cool.
the way this works is I'm going to require one person here in the group, and you can decide amongst yourself who it'll be. One of you is going to do another rely on your skills and training, which is with focus. But everyone, as you just described what your action is, you all can assist that person who's doing the role. Now, to assist in Avatar Legends, you basically mark 1 fatigue, and then the person you're assisting automatically gets a +1 on the roll for each assist. So if 3 of you are assisting Kira here, that means Kira is going to have +3 on their roll.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
Okay,
But just remember,
Yeah.
you do have to mark a fatigue in order to do this.
I will mark a fatigue.
I will do so as well.
I will assist Kira in at least being able to like propel us toward the island. Trying to protecting while so that she doesn't get eaten by a shark.
Okay.
I will
I
try
like
to.
not get eaten by a shark. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So Kira,
Protecting
sounds
is part of my-
like a focus for you here.
Balls in my court, I guess. All right. So I will try to.
You're -1 focus.
It's okay. I
No,
got
but you got bonuses, yeah.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, I'll try to propel us maneuver away from the tiger sharks. I'll be, I don't know, trying to move around in an erratic way to get to the island, but also dodge their attacks.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, so 3 bonus.
3 bonus. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Woo!
So you got a hit here. Now, the beauty of getting a hit and not a full hit is that you are going to do it, but there's an unexpected consequence. And what that's going to mean is that with everybody working together, you get closer and closer and closer to Lanta until you're right up to the island, and you're going too fast, actually. You're a little bit zealous in how quickly you're moving. And what's going to happen is that you make it ashore on Lanta, but your boat keeps going into the ground, kind of a thing. So you basically ground your little ship onto the beach of Lanta Island. The good news is that the tiger sharks don't follow you out of the water. Like, one of them does kind of like poke its head up and look at you and then kind of turn around and swim back out into the ocean. But you have made it to dry land.
Sweet.
Woo!
Hey, we're alive.
Did we land with an oomph? Like, did we like we're like beached now, but did we like gently land, or did we like?
I imagine it was pretty impactful.
Did
Yeah,
we
pretty
swim in, or
impactful.
did we like dig a trench with how fast we were going?
Oh, definitely a trench. Definitely a trench.
Okay, so I probably lost footing and like kind of stumbled out of the out of the boat and onto the sand, and I just like kind of like make a little like I like lie back in the sand like, oh thank God.
I'm gonna faceplant into the sand and say, "Try land. I will never leave you again."
I don't want to make the trip back.
Can't we just like dig a tunnel underneath the ocean?
We live here now.
What's the condition of the boat?
The boat could use a little bit of patchwork. If you weren't running from tiger sharks, you could probably keep it under control, but if you run into another sticky situation like that, you probably could have used another waterbender.
All right. Well, good thing we got coconuts.
That's true.
I don't know
All
how
right.
we're gonna get back home. Oh,
We will burn that bridge when we get to it.
Well, yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. There's probably some things we can use on this island to patch it up. If anything, we have at least sand and fire, so we can make glass boat.
Glass boat, yeah.
Oh,
They'll
good, we'll
probably
be able to
send
see the-
someone.
We'll be able to see the horrors coming from underneath before they come.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna kind of take a look around the beach of where we landed. Is there any obvious like entrance points, or are there any clear paths forward? It seems like this is a route previously traveled. If it's a regular coming of age thing, I can't imagine we're the only ones who've ever done this. So,
So
do you all think that was a part of the test? The sharks that were sent here by the elder?
Oh, the elder sent those sharks. That makes sense. Hope not.
Maybe. But to describe the beach real quick. So now that you have a moment to actually take in your surroundings, I'd like you to imagine that instead of the standard sort of light beige or light brown sand, it's actually one of those black sand beaches where there's like little flecks of gold and sort of dark sand that sort of goes out into the ocean and on the shoreline. There is a forest, a tropical forest, that does have a path inwards to the rest of the island. And even from here, I would say that Uzuma's pet eaglehawk would be able to see that after about a 10-15 minute walk, there is indeed like a Aztec or Mayan-like temple that would conceivably belong to the Sun Warriors.
Do you think that's where we're going?
Probably. It kind of looks like.
You're the firebender. You would know amongst us.
Yeah. Well, it looks like, like classic. I'm drawn to it,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that's probably where we need to go.
There's no.
We can all see it from here.
Forward.
Yeah. All right.
So let's go.
That seems like the obvious answer. It doesn't seem like this should be a trick. There might be traps in the temple, but that seems like the right place to go. So I agree. Let's all move towards there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need to
Already,
know the
like,
marching
in the
order.
forest. Oh. I
I
go
can.
first.
You want to go first?
Marching
Or-
order?
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Or
I can
should
go
you go
first. I'm
The leader
I'm
go
a,
first.
Yeah.
Or
I'm a
the
brave leader on land.
Sure.
Okay, so Maki's
Uh,
first.
Second, I guess.
Okay, Kira's second.
I can go third.
Okay, and then
Guess I'm
Kanyen
taking
is
up
in the rear.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So again, it's a tropical forest, so there's not a whole lot of bushwhacking needed. Again, this is a path that has been taken enough times that there is a somewhat tamed undergrowth, so you're not having to hack your way through the jungle here. But one thing that's going to happen is that Maki, Kira, and Uzuma are going to walk past a tree, and then when Kanyen walks past that same tree, there's the sound of something snapping, and then moments later, Kanyen, something wraps around your ankle and yanks you up into the air.
No, the earthbenders are not supposed to be in the air. This is wrong. I start flailing around. I'm trying to get out.
So he's upside down right now? Oh,
yeah,
no.
it's a classic rope trap.
It's a trap. I thought it was like a creature.
Would you like to be a creature? We can make it a snake.
No,
That would be even worse.
rope trap is easier. It's nicer.
Don't
It's
make me lie.
nicer.
I'm gonna.
How'd you get
kind of-
up there?
With incredible skill.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a look around really quick to see if there are any other traps before moving any further.
All right, go
Do you
ahead
have
and give me
anything
a
sharp?
assess. Oh wait, question. Yes.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a assess the situation or creativity here.
Assess the situation or creativity. I don't think I have assessed the situation.
If you go
Okay.
to the regular moves handout.
Regular moves handout. Okay. Oh, I see. I was looking at combat handout. Okay.
Mhm.
Assess the situation. Roll with creativity.
Mhm.
Okay. Creativity. Click. Take +1 on ongoing when acting on the answers.
I'll explain.
Oh, that
it.
was the. Okay. Okay. I'll just click go.
Okay, so again, you get to ask one question from that list, and what it'll mean is what if you use something in that answer, you get a +1 on the roll, if need be.
Okay. What should I be on the lookout for?
All right. So, it's a very important question to ask because as you're looking around the forest around you, there's a lot more traps like this. And it's not just the classic, rope, anklet, snare. There's pitfalls, there's trying to remember the name of it, but basically a log on a swing that comes down and like knocks you over kind of a thing.
Rocket Raccoon trap.
Yeah, there you go. But there's basically a myriad of traps between here and the Sun Warriors Temple. But now that you've noticed them, I'm going to say that you all as a group can take a +1 ongoing to avoid those traps moving forward.
Sweet.
Ooh, good job.
Awesome. Okay, it looks like there are more of these. Just keep your eyes peeled for that. I think we should get Kanyen down.
Yeah.
I would
Maybe
appreciate it.
Someone.
I'll create. I guess I'll stomp to lift up some earth underneath him so that he doesn't fall down from very high, but someone else might need to cut the actual rope.
Do we have
high?
anything sharp?
We have a bird.
We've got a bird. I think
I-
that in the show they like water whips could be sharp.
Oh, water whip.
whips work.
Oh,
yeah.
You're also a firebender. You could do a jet of fire.
Oh yeah, fire.
Well, okay. I was just worried, I don't know, maybe the whole thing sets on fire.
And then his ankle sets on fire.
What if we just set these
Well, that
there?
would deal with all the traps going ahead.
Yeah, I'll try to jet fire, cut him down while he's
Alright.
safely kind of rested on the rock thing.
Gotcha. All right, Uzuma, if you could give me a focus, please, to rely on your skills and training.
Okay.
All right, a hit. So again, you're going to do it, but you're going to do it imperfectly. So here's what's going to happen. Is your little jet of fire is going to pierce through that vine, and Kanyen is going to fall gently onto the bit of rock that was bent up to catch them. However, imperfectly, what's going to happen is the log swinging trap that was behind this is going to start swinging towards you. Now, I should say that you can either accept the log trap coming towards you, or you can mark a fatigue and there is no log trap swinging towards you.
Wait, the user fatigue will destroy the log trap?
Yes.
Or it will never have existed?
It will never have existed.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I
that's...
think I'll take it because we aren't even at the temple yet.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't
but-
taken too fast.
So
there's a long trap swinging towards. Okay, cool.
I feel like I'm picking on Choco, for which I apologize for. But,
No, it's okay.
so what happens, Uzma, is you get Kanya down, but then the log trap swings into you and knocks you into a pitfall trap. And
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
the pitfall trap isn't super deep, so you're not like crippled or anything.
Okay.
But what happens is you fall into the trap, and you realize at the bottom of this trap that some animal has made its nest here. And that animal happens to be a jackalope. So, you know, a bunny with antlers. And the jackalope is not happy with you and just begins like hind kicking you with its legs to try and get you out of its nest.
Man, I'm trying. Can I just stand up and get out, or do I have to like climb?
I mean, it takes a little bit of effort, but you can climb her out, no problem. It's more about your dignity that has been lost
Are you
here.
okay? Do
Can we
need
help?
Okay.
Do you need help? I
Yeah.
say my face still on the ground.
Okay, I can climb out.
Maybe I can make stairs for you. I'm gonna kind of like stomp on the ground to try and like. I don't know how finely earthbenders can do this, but like, could I like just
You could just
make
like
a
slope.
wall or what?
Like a rock wall, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, well,
Okay, rock wall. To like help make a ramp, I guess, maybe a ramp, or we want the jackalope to stay in there,
Mhm.
right? Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna make a wall between.
the wall.
Gonna create a
Little
wall
home in there.
between Uzuma and the jackalope.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Uzuma, you get out no problem. Again, all that really suffered was your ego here. The jackalope does not pursue you out of the pitfall trap. It still kind of chitters, and if it had fists, it'd be shaking it at you, but it doesn't. So it just kind of just chitters and goes back to sitting on its nest. But yeah, so far, you have all avoided the largest traps, which is what matters.
Yay!
Woo.
Yay.
What is the like earth type here? Is it like soil? Is it like jungle? Or is it like rock, sand?
Again, it's tropical, so a lot of sand, a lot of loose earth. Again, the earth it's as dark as the sand, so I guess as an earthbender, you would know intuitively the difference between where the sand begins and the dirt begins. For everybody who isn't an earthbender, though, you're just kind of like, yeah, that's dark ground kind of a thing.
Okay.
Since we know there are traps ahead, could I like send out like a jet of like sand or dirt to try to like trigger any like loot tripwires or anything else that's like there to like caught me beforehand from a difference in weight or something?
Yes. And
Ooh,
for that, Kanyen, if you could give me a rely on your skills and training or a focus, please. And since you have found out where all the traps are, thanks to Maki, you can have a +1 on this.
Okay.
Nice.
Bonus.
We need
of
fewer focus rolls.
1.
Okay. So, again, you got an 8, which is a regular hit, not a full hit. So I'm going to give you a potential consequence, and you don't have to accept it. You could take 1 fatigue instead, but here's what I propose. You set off all the traps, so all the log swings, all the pitfalls, all the rope vines, they all go off. But what's going to happen is you upset the local wildlife, who might not be happy judging how the jackalope was. So that's kind of your consequences. You can either upset the wildlife, or
I'll
you can
take
mark
it.
a fatigue.
I'll take it.
You'll take
We've
it.
not even got to the temple yet, so we should probably save most of that fatigue for whatever is actually going on in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's going to happen then is a bit of a Scooby-Doo chase sequence as a bunch of birds and a bunch of small like woodland creatures and crabs start coming out of the jungle and start harrying you guys, and you all start running for the temple for safety. And again, it's like a Scooby-Doo chase sequence where you run one way, they run one way, you run the other way, it's that kind of thing. But eventually you spill out of the forest, out of the jungle, into this clearing where, again, that very Mayan or Aztec-like temple is located. So basically, it's a lot of squares arranged in a pyramid-like fashion, and there is the obvious colors of a firebender, so reds, oranges, yellows. There's also the emblem of the Sun Warriors, which Uzuma would recognize without even requiring a roll. But what really matters to you all in terms of, traps or anything like that is that this place looks very run down, or at least very weathered. There are vines growing up the sides of the pyramid. Some of the ornamentation has been broken or knocked over, and it kind of just looks disheveled or dilapidated, I think would be the word I'd want to use here.
Abandoned. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this looks like an abandoned temple to me. I guess we gotta find this relic or cat. I guess we gotta find a cat. If it's a giant cat, maybe it's inside the temple. But it's pretty big, so.
Would a giant cat be able to fit through those doors?
Yes, I should say that the size of the temple is large enough to accommodate an elephant through those doors.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Big.
Like an elephant cat, or
an elephant cat. Does the structure seem sturdy? Am I able to check that? Can I, like, I don't know, knock on it a little bit to, like, see how like well put together the rocks are, or does it seem like it's gonna come collapsing down on us?
Again, you're an earthbender, so I'll give this to you for free. It seems pretty solid. You don't think, unless you like start knocking out walls, you don't think it'll be an issue.
Okay, I'll mark that off on my plans.
Not awful. So,
create new walls.
do we just will we just like wander around and look for a cat? Is that the plan?
Well, does it feel like a big like labyrinth, or is it like how big in size does the building look?
So the pyramid itself, and I'm trying to not use American units here.
Sure.
You know what? I'll use American units because we have mostly Canadians and Americans here.
Right.
Please forgive me, Europeans. Please don't kill me. It is about a half football field in size. So what is that, 50 yards? So it's a sizable building. But one thing I would say is that if you were to look in through the door, you maybe can see maybe about 10 feet inside before it's just pitch darkness. So you're going to need some form of light here.
I have fire.
Sweet. Maybe we should make some torches or something, or lanterns. Are there rocks nearby? Can we like make little things to hold fire, like makeshift lanterns?
Very easily done, yes.
We're also earthbenders, so we can just pull them out the ground.
There you go.
Oh yeah, well I mean I thought it was like soft to can I take a piece of the wall and make it into a lantern?
If you want, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a piece of the wall. I'm gonna make a lantern.
So I assume, Uzuma, you're going to do the honor of lighting everything with your firebending.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, excellent. And then as you head inside, what is the marching order this time?
I'll still be in the front.
Okay.
I'm still down to be second.
Okay.
I'll be third.
Okay. Same as
I'm
before.
in the back again.
You want to switch?
I can switch.
It's weird how the trap got you, even though we were in front. That's interesting.
I think it's fine.
It's selective.
Okay.
It's because I'm a big guy. Look at that picture we sent.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, we'll go in that order. I'll like hold the lantern up in front of me just to like try to shine some light through the pitch dark part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you proceed into the temple, again, the walls have seen better days, but you're able to pick out murals and paintings and other bits of art. And you're pretty sure that as you pass by one wall in particular, that it's a picture of the Avatar. And I don't mean like Avatar Aang or Avatar Korra or any Avatar you're familiar with, but you're pretty sure that when you see four colors coming off of a figure, red, green, blue, and white, each color for each of the elements, you're pretty sure that this is a story of an avatar. You don't know which avatar, but it is a story none the same.
Wow. I guess, do we know much about the like lineage of avatars? It's like, oh wow, there's like a lot of elements going on in these murals. Should we be worried?
I'm gonna leave that to be your
Like,
judgment call.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough of the elements here that we're just missing air, right? So we will be able to pass whatever test comes through here, even if we're not an avatar.
Just have to breathe really hard if it
Yes,
asks for airbending.
Yeah,
I mean,
big fan.
I guess they just really like the avatar here. I suppose.
Big fan.
Yeah, big fan.
fan.
Big fan of the avatar. Fan art on the walls.
Fan art on the walls. Cool. I guess maybe is there any like obstacles? Like what's the condition of the inside of the place? We have like we see some murals and stuff. Is there any obvious doors or anything that we can walk through or
See, that's the funny thing, is that you might have been expecting ancillary doors, ancillary rooms, but it seems like every part of this passage is just leading to the middle of the temple. And you don't quite see into the middle, but what you are seeing is that the ceiling opens up tremendously, almost like you're walking out into an amphitheater in a cave, if that makes sense. Whoa. And there's a white something that's glittering in sunlight coming from above. There's a white something on what appears to be
a cat moth staring up at the sun or something.
It could be. Would you like to get closer?
Sure. I say from the back, having to push them forward.
Well,
all right, let's get closer.
So, Kanyen, I'm going to need a push your luck here, so please roll with passion.
Passion's a good one.
Push your luck,
you're
like,
passionate.
Yeah,
you're very passionate.
Passion.
Full hit.
Woo,
All right.
yay.
So you got a full hit, which means that despite you charging forward a little bit here, you're not going to trigger the floor trap that you just stepped on.
Finally, one isn't set off by
Pays
me.
off.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave it up to your discretion what happens here, but the trap doesn't go off unless you really want it to.
So it was like just like a trap I would have set off by like running or something, or
Yeah, it's one of those standard pressure traps where it's just kind of a stone in the floor that sinks a little bit.
Since I'm at the back, I probably would have to like, if I didn't want to like shove. How wide is the hallway?
Again, very large. You could fit an
so
elephant in here.
Okay, so I could have just walked around them instead of just like having to like hop over them. So actually, no. Even though it's wide enough, I'm just gonna like, if I'm gonna avoid that trap, I'm just gonna earthbend like a small pillar of myself to just leap over them in like a small arc to and then land on the other side of whatever would have been like the pressure plate or whatever that trapped. Was like, I'm going to go see what's up ahead. Of just staring intently at the cat thing, not even looking at the floor.
Okay. All right.
I have no focus beyond that. So
He's running past us then.
That's what it sounds like.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well,
Pass has made like a little ramp to jump off of.
Like it's like, have y'all played Tears of the Kingdom?
No.
A little bit.
You know, on the skyline, how they have like that one like launcher thing going on that sends you in an arc in the sky.
Sure. Yeah.
Sort of like that. I just launched myself over you at like an angle, so I just fly over without hitting any of you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's flying. He's
Interesting.
an airbender.
He is flying. We do have an airbender.
We do.
I guess because I don't want him to just jump into the fray alone. I'll oh shoot, I don't know. Just like try to like light some path in front of me to see if there's anything I'm gonna step on, and then follow after him kind of carefully.
Okay. So that's what you're doing. Uzuma and Kira, what are you two doing?
I don't know. I guess we're on the ground, huh?
I mean, is your bird with us, or is the bird outside?
Yeah, she's just flying around, I guess, in here.
In here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll just continue moving forward. Like keeping a lookout on maybe setting off traps.
Okay. What about you, Kira?
Kira, I'd say she jogs forward to try to catch up with Kanyen because she doesn't want to leave him alone in case there's any sort of danger. She can react and help him out if something happens.
Mhm.
All right. So you all emerge into the Grand Amphitheater. And again, it is one of those things where it is square in nature. It is large enough that you could fit a whole herd of elephants in here. But again, on kind of a somewhat raised dais, maybe about head height for all of you, there is what appears to be a great white tiger. And I don't mean like just a normal tiger that's, tiger-sized. I mean like larger than life. Like this is easily 3 to 4, if not 5 times the size of a normal tiger. And there's kind of a light glow to their fur, where the whites and blacks are like glowing interchangeably as the tiger swings its face to look at all of you with these piercingly blue eyes. And when it speaks, it doesn't actually move its maw, but you all still hear the voice in your head as it speaks. And it says, "Well, it has been some time since Chizong village has sent someone to come of age. My name is Teve Moi. I am the great white tiger spirit that guards this temple."
Hello.
Hello.
Anyone else hear that, or is that just? Am I just tripping?
This cat is a big cat. I hear it too. I hear voices, and I think that it's coming from the cat, the glowing cat.
Well, who else would be speaking? We have only got a giant cat here unless the temple's alive, and that's an entirely different problem.
Okay, since clearly it's speaking to us, so we should probably address it, and it's probably be respectful because it's a giant spirit. So, I'm gonna try to move forward in a more respectful way. I'll kind of bow my head and say, "Hello, Teve Moi. We are here for the coming of age trials. We were hoping for your help to bring back the relic to our village."
I see. And who are your companions?
I am Maki. My companions here are Kan Yen, who's in the air there.
I haven't
Is he
landed
still in the
yet.
air? You haven't landed? Where are you? I'm actually not sure. Where
I
you
don't
are.
know. I thought.
We have Kira, waterbender from the village, and we also have we have Uzuma, a firebender who also lives among us. We're here to become adults.
I see. You are here to assume new responsibilities and new powers as adults. Interesting.
And earn money, so for common.
Pay our
Yeah.
taxes.
We have to seem more respectful than that. We're not here to earn money. We're here to contribute to society. Nod. We're here to contribute to society.
Yes.
And you hear kind of a low chuckle in your mind. I see. Well, I'm happy to impart the ceremonial relic, and with one of its paws, it kind of reaches underneath of it and pulls out what is apparently that long cylindrical scroll that Amosa, the elder, mentioned earlier. And he kind of doesn't hold it out, but he does show it to you all, and he says, "First, I must ask, are any of you students of history?"
I don't know if
Does
Kanye
anyone-
can read.
Whoa, really?
Let me look at my details here.
I've been too busy helping people. Yeah.
Sure.
I have
Uzuma,
grown
are
up-
you a student of history?
I have been growing on a farm all my life, so no. Would you like a caffeinated
Would
cabbage?
you like a caffeinated cabbage?
Do you pull out a caffeinated cabbage and offer it out?
Yeah, I bought my last caffeinated cabbage so I can stop this bit.
Your last one.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say I had enough for the elder, us, and then the spirit now.
Oh, we also still have cabbages, don't we?
All right, you have your cabbages.
Oh, I ate my cabbage.
Oh, you ate your cabbage. Okay. Yeah, I guess you offer a cabbage, and well, to answer the question about the student of history, I mean, I know how to read.
I know how to read too.
Yeah, we have some people who study, who have studied some history.
Interesting. And I may take you up on that offer. Is that a caffeinated cabbage?
Indeed. Grown from my own home and protected fiercely from the turtle bears that have tried to harangue them all recently.
I see. Those turtle bears can be quite ferocious at times. But let's see. None of you are students of history, but you do know how to read. Then let me show you the tale of what this scroll actually entails. And in a spirit-like fashion, which basically means the spirit uses magic, these ghostly images kind of begin to emerge from the scroll case. And what you see is what appears to be an avatar, the same one you saw on the walls coming in. She is stockier in build. She's kind of a little bit more muscular than what you might expect from a firebender, but she's kind of stacked, I guess is a good way to put it. She's wearing what appears to be an ancient sort of Fire Nation uniform. Not quite Sun Warrior, but also not quite modern. She also has on her belt, she has 2 long swords that are kind of sheathed on her left hip. And she has very long dark hair, and her skin is sun-kissed, is how I'll describe it. But you see her battling these various creatures. You see her battling tiger sharks. You see her battling these giant rabbits, which resemble the jackalope you dealt with earlier. You even see them fighting what appears to be a stand-in for Teve Wa. But what you also see is that as this fight between the tiger spirit and this avatar concludes, that the avatar and the tiger spirit come to an understanding, and the avatar imparts the scroll case to the great white tiger spirit. And you see and hear all of this, and the spirit explains, Avatar Salai was perhaps one of the best avatars there ever was, perhaps ever will be. And before they passed along, they asked me to share this scroll with any who were interested in the history of the Avatar and any who wish to understand the nature of balance between nature and humanity.
Wow.
Sounds like a very big responsibility.
Wow.
We're definitely interested in learning more about the Avatar. Just of standing there in awe of the power. It looks like y'all were fighting in that movie. I don't know what I'd call it. That vision. in that vision, or that presentation. I don't know how to in that performance. Are we supposed to be fighting you, or is this like a learning moment?
Well, it is a learning moment, yes.
Okay, great. Cool.
As adults, or new adults, you will eventually choose paths of what to do with your lives and how you will interact not only with nature, but with other people and other spirits. The purpose of this whole coming-of-age ceremony is to remind you that you have a great responsibility that you're going to have to shoulder.
Okay.
And yeah, what are the responsibilities that we're going to have to take as adults in this society?
Well, that depends on if you wish to stay in Chizong Village, but I can tell you that you will be expected to reenact what I just showed you as part of your festival tonight.
Reenact it? Like performance?
Indeed. It is one of the customs.
Oh.
How long have we lived in this village? Shouldn't we have done that? Were we just invited? Were we just not invited to the festival?
They did say it's been a while since anyone's done a coming of age.
That's true.
So we're like
just
special.
happened to forget or miss.
Mhm.
or maybe weren't born yet or something like that. Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah,
they said that they would have been older than us, or would have been too young to have remembered. Maybe we were toddlers or something.
Are we gonna learn how to perform that like here? Are we learning that here or?
Yes, in fact, I can teach you right away if you're willing to listen.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Sure,
I don't
yeah.
want to embarrass myself in front of
Sure.
her.
We
So
should
the
learn
Tiger
this.
Spirit kind of goes to each of you in turn, and we'll start with the Earthbenders. For the Earthbenders, he teaches you how to mold the earth in dynamic fashion so that you can kind of create a moving collage, as it were, or moving backgrounds.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Then he goes to Kira, the Waterbender, and shows you how you can use the water to create ripple effects and lighting changes and things like that, especially when combined with Uzuma's firebending, where using the fire and water together, you can make steam, you can make rippling, God, what's the word I want? You can more or less make moving images made out of the mist and out of the reflection of light off the fire, things of that nature. And by the end of this whole affair, maybe takes the next 3-4 hours before the Tiger Spirit sits back down. You think you all have a general feel of how you're going to pull this off.
Man, we learned special effects just now.
We
Pretty much,
learned
yeah.
how to make a movie.
I know where
Wow,
I'm going after this.
we should-
To a public city to make a cinema.
We should call it's like we're showing a show, but it's like moving. We should call these movings.
Movings.
Okay, so we have like a way to dynamically move like pieces, and then they have like special effects, and we're basically going to the trial is kind of like to put on a show. So what's the scroll for?
Well, the scroll is if you forget what I just taught you.
Oh, great.
So it's the script. Gotcha.
Wow, awesome. So like we've been practicing this for a few hours. We got like kind of like the stage. Are we using like the amphitheater as like a stage to practice? Is this?
That's what you were doing the past few hours, was using this amphitheater to practice in, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is the scroll, is that the relic that we were supposed to bring back?
Yes, you will have to present it to the Elder. Is Amosa still the Elder? It has been quite a while.
What was
Yeah,
the name
yes,
again? I
he's
think.
still there.
Yeah, I forgot.
It's Amosa, yeah.
Yes.
Still there. She's falling
really
apart.
old. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I think she's been there since the dawn of time.
I don't think she's quite that old, but it's good to hear that she's doing all right.
She's the first
Yeah.
person who was born in our village.
Actually, I'm thinking something else. Do we have to return the scroll? Because our first trip on the way over, we kind of almost totaled our boats, and I don't think it'll survive coming back.
Well, I can always come acquire the scroll myself once you're done with it. Part of the benefit of being a spirit is I can go where you can't.
Oh.
It's not gonna be a
that's
hassle
cool.
for you or anything, will it?
No,
Like,
not
it's
at all.
Okay.
But what's this about having an issue getting here?
So our boat
We-
kind of ran into the ground. We were running away from these tiger sharks.
Tiger sharks, you say?
Yeah, they're in the water around your island. They're kind of scary. And they almost ate us.
They beat me up.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did. They just.
I was wondering if we could maybe do something about that before we go home, so we don't have to fight them again.
All right, I think this is a perfect plead here. So if
Ooh.
you could give me a harmony, please.
Okay, harmony roll. All right.
How's your
+1
harmony?
+1. So
Ooh,
not
nice.
too bad.
Yay.
And it's
All right, now this is a very important moment because the beauty of assisting is it can happen after the roll. So if two of you want to
really?
mark fatigue and you want to assist Kira here, you can bump that 8 to a 10. But you got to tell me how. You can't just say, "Oh, I assist." You got to tell me how you're doing it.
I did not mean to hit that send button, but.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking at the moment.
Oh yeah, I'm also thinking. Okay. Oh, go ahead.
It'd be really nice because, I think we won't make it out there if they attack us again. Like, I think we might just die.
Thinking.
I want this very special scroll to fall
Get
in
wet.
water. Get wet.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get back safely so that we can put on a really good show for the village to make everybody happy. And since it's been so long since we've had a coming of age ceremony, we don't even remember the last time that one was happening. So we want to make sure that everything goes well. And if we were to our boat were to sink, or we get eaten by tiger sharks, then it would just be a really low morale thing for the whole village. So if you could help us out, maybe beef up our boat a little bit, or help us get rid of the tiger sharks, that'd be amazing.
All right, you can go ahead and mark that fatigue. I'll accept that.
Yay!
So the tiger spirit kind of chuckles again, and he stands up and says, "Lead me to the shoreline. I will deal with the tiger sharks."
Yay!
Thank you.
Yay!
Yay.
And yeah,
All right.
So I guess we
With
exit-
lantern in hand.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Pick up a lantern. Pick up the. Do we have
We'll
the
try to
scroll, or is he
avoid-
carrying it?
you've got the scroll. Yeah, whoever wants to carry the scroll can carry the scroll.
Let's carry the scroll.
So
you're in charge.
when you
Sure, I'll
leave,
carry the scroll.
okay. When you leave the temple, you can see that the sun is almost done setting, so it's kind of, in that sunset twilight area. By the time you get back to the boat, the sun is nearly completely gone. You've lost all sunlight. But as you approach the shore with the spirit in tow, the spirit kind of steps forward into the waves a little bit of the black sand beach. And again, glowing white tiger here, so it's putting off some sort of bioluminescence here. But it takes in a deep breath, and then it roars just like a tiger would. And not only do any of the local aquatic wildlife scatter, what happens is the ocean itself, a bunch of bioluminescent jellyfish float up to lead you on your way back to your initial village.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow, that's so cool.
What? Wait, so our boat is being lifted sort of by jellyfish?
Yeah, it's kind of like a road of jellyfish.
Oh,
Ooh.
cool.
Wow.
Let's get this thing out the dirt and onto the jellyfish fields.
Oh, sure. We can just stomp and then pushes the boat towards it, right?
Yeah,
I guess together we'll do it together.
Yeah, we do that.
Gently.
We work together to-
Yeah, it's
Gently
not
push the boat.
return to sender without us.
We don't want to send him without us. Yeah.
Careful.
Say goodbye to the boat.
Boat just keeps going. No, I'm not that mean. Again, it's not that kind of game where I would punish you for that. I think that's easy enough for you two to do.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
hop on the boat, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the good news is that you're treated to a mystical voyage back to Chizong Village. When you arrive, you see that the village is actually done up in lights and lanterns and streamers, and there's a grand feast in the main square on a bunch of tables. Looks like everybody's gone for the full stop, to bring out all the trappings, that sort of thing. But the elder, Amosa, does meet you at the dock, and she kind of looks you all up and down and goes, "I see you finally returned. We were about to send a search party if you didn't return within the hour. I'm glad to see that you're all right."
Wow, did
Yeah.
we take longer than what people would have expected us to? Yeah, it's good to see you. Good to see you too, Elder Mosa.
Yes. Well, I see that you have the scroll. That is good. Tell me, do you know what the scroll means?
Are we able to open? I'm gonna hold the scroll open for the others to see so
It
that
means we have to sing and dance during the
Yeah.
festival today.
Yeah. Yeah, it was instructions in case we forgot on the trip back on how to do the song and dance.
Very good, very good. We've all been waiting with anticipation. It's been 19 years since our last coming of age ceremony, after all.
how many years?
19.
19 years.
19 years?
Just long
Are we
enough.
younger than that?
I guess so, yeah.
Probably.
Okay, cool. 18 forever. Sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're gonna go and we'll do you proud. We'll make a really great showing.
Yeah, we learned so many cool things that we can use.
Did the tiger spirit come with us?
No, Tiger Spirit didn't come with you. But I will say that as you kind of
Aw.
look back towards the island of Lanta, the jellyfish road has kind of dissipated, and now the glowing jellyfish are just kind of floating in the ocean for a little bit of ambience.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. I guess what is the backdrop for or not the backdrop, but the stage for our show? Is this something we have
it's-
to think of? Okay.
It's a standard wooden stage, nothing too special, but it does have the accoutrements you need to put on a show. And I'm going to say that you all put on a very good show. Between what the Tiger Spirit taught you and your innate bending skill, you put on a masterful performance of what you were taught. And by the end of it, everybody's hooting and hollering, they're clapping, they're calling your names. And Amosa kind of comes up to each of you and goes, "Very well. I can see that you took to Tevewa's teachings very well. And just remember, now that you're adults, you have certain responsibilities." And she smiles in almost like a toothless grin, because she's old and doesn't have our teeth anymore. But she kind of does that old lady smile, and then kind of gives you each a hug, and then she turns to the crowd and goes, "I'd like to present to you our newest members of Full Society. We have Kanyen, we have Maki, we have Kira, and we have Uzuma. Say hello, everyone." And everybody raises their glass and hoots and hollers. And as you all kind of beam with pride that you're now adults and that sort of thing, we sort of pan the camera up until we see the stars up above. And then we just kind of see a few meteors pass by. And that's where we're going to end our little one-shot for the evening.
Yay! Wow. That was really fun.
cool.
Yeah.
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 I
So
need to
the
watch
one
the show again now.
Yeah, so the one thing I would say is that the beauty of Avatar Legends is it's meant to be a show emulator. So it's not like Dungeons and Dragons where I have to throw combat at you or I have to make you roll certain things. It's really one of those things where you can tell just nice little stories like that at the drop of a hat. So it's why I
That's so
honestly
cool.
love the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I'm
Yeah, it's
really
pretty
impressed
cool.
with this. This is it feels very forgiving and narrative driven. Yeah.
It's a lot more
Yeah.
relaxing than having to like just read through 1,000 character sheets. Say, okay, what
Yeah.
spell would we need for this situation? How much health do we have?
Mhm.
Can we
Mhm.
take that hit? No, it's so much like nicer and chill.
Mhm.
Yeah. It does feel
Mhm.
chill.
Yeah, I definitely
Um,
like the narrative aspect of it, and I can definitely see how it would play out in a like longer campaign.
Mhm.
All the
Mhm.
different character traits and things like that you have to take into consideration.
Mhm.
Yeah. I really liked it. I would be I'd be interested in doing another one of these sometime. I don't know if it would be the same characters or if I would just create a new one. Now that we got our feet wet a little bit and have a better understanding of what it's all about.
Mhm.
I really like these lose your balance and there's a lot of your own personal journey stuff that seems to be very important in this style. So I like that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really didn't touch too much on the combat aspect, but those conditions I mentioned earlier, they can really affect not just your rolling, but your role play as well. Where, for example, if someone had marked afraid, in order to get rid of afraid, you have to run from danger or difficulty. So it's one of those things like, man, I could really roll or help the group in this situation, but if I run, I clear afraid, kind of a thing. So there's a lot
I
of
see.
there's kind of a lot of incentive to twist the narrative in a good way, if that makes sense.
That's cool. Oh, so like that shark situation, tiger shark situation, we could have like if Maki was like afraid of the water, and like it was actually like a condition, and like in order to clear that, asking others for us to run away as a group was actually like narratively correct in that situation. That's interesting.
Yep, you've got it. And yeah, we'll talk off stream, you know, maybe if we want to do another one shot or maybe a little mini campaign to explore the system further. But yeah, so Twitch, stick around because we're going to raid somebody. But YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.